Good day to you. This is Todd. I am just a regular dude walking in the Word. Hey, I wanted to, we're getting close to the end of the book of Matthew. We only have about 5 more episodes left. So I would like you to, we're going to be going through another book of the Bible. Let me know maybe what you'd like to hear. There's 66 books to choose from. And naturally, we've gone over several already. So eventually our goal is to get through the whole Bible. Okay? So you can let me know that. Today we're talking about the crucifixion, and that's taken from Matthew 27, verses 32 to 44. These next couple episodes, I'm going to go through. I'm not going to spend as much time as I normally do on them because we just spent a whole bunch of time on it when we did the Passion Week. And I focused on that a whole lot more. So you can go back to those episodes, Passion Week 2021, I believe it's called. And we did it in 2020 also. So you can go back and look further at that. Today I want to talk about the crucifixion. And again, that's taken from Matthew 27, verses 32 through 44. So let me read it here. It says this. As they were going out, they met a man from Cyrene named Simon, and they forced him to carry the cross, okay? Normally, the people being crucified would carry their own cross, and it was the upright, not the upright beam, the cross beam that they would carry. And so, normally those people would carry the cross, but you remember Jesus had been beaten several times already, okay? And whipped here before that, to almost the point of death. Okay, so that had already taken place. So obviously Jesus is pretty weak at this point. All right, remember he was not only beaten by the Romans, the Roman guards, but before that he was beaten by the Jewish leaders before they turned him over. So that's more than other people received in beatings. Let me keep reading here. They came to a place called Golgotha, which means the place of the skull. There they offered Jesus wine to drink mixed with gall, but after tasting it, he refused to drink it. When they crucified him, they divided up his clothes by casting lots. His clothing was made out of one piece of material and not seamed together. So if you cut it up, then it doesn't do anyone any good. But if you take that whole garment, and so that's what they did. They divided it up by lots. In verse 36, and sitting down, they kept watch over him. Above his head, they placed the written charge against him. This is Jesus, the King of the Jews. Okay, Pilate had this written up, and this was really a thing to mock the Jews. Okay, because they came and they. The whole ordeal was he's king. He says he's king and stuff, and he's king of the Jews. And so the Jewish people the Jewish leaders didn't like that. But Pilate is doing this really to mock them, okay, to mock those Jewish leaders. Verse 38, 2 rebels were crucified with him, one on his right and one on his left. Those who passed by hurled insults at him, shaking their heads, and saying, you are going to destroy the temple and build it in 3 days. Save yourself. Come down from the cross if you are the Son of God. In the same way, the chief priests and the teachers of the law and the elders mocked him. He saved others, they said, but he can't save himself. He is the King of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross, and we will believe him. They probably wouldn't have even believed him even if he came down from the cross, because he's done so many miracles before that, and they didn't believe. Verse 43, he trusts in God. Let God rescue him now if he wants him. For he said, I am the Son of God. In the same way, the rebels who were crucified with him also heaped insults on him. Okay? Let's talk about the crucifixion. The crucifixion was done on, you had the upright piece, and then you had the horizontal piece, which they nailed. And it was done, and they would nail, this is similar to a nail they would use, and they would nail this through like the wrist here area. If you put it right through here, just your hand would rip off, okay? There, you'd rip a hole in your hand. But this has more support. And then they would put one between nail your 2 feet together onto that piece, onto the upright piece. And then there would be a little piece of wood there that you could kind of stand on. And the way the crucifixion worked into why it was so cruel is because you had to push yourself up on that block of wood in order to breathe. Okay, when you're hanging there like that, you can't breathe. But so you'd push yourself up, and naturally, as you get weaker, you can't push yourself up anymore. So you'd use all your strength to push yourself up, pull yourself up, and then take a breath, and it'd be up and down. So that's why you had people that had lived like several days on the cross like that. Well, obviously Jesus didn't, because he had been beaten so much before that happened. Okay, so, and that's why, to speed up the process, they would break your legs, because once your legs are broken, you can't push yourself up anymore, and then you'd basically suffocate and die. And so that's what the crucifixion was, and that's how Jesus died. And it was a very cruel way to do that. Today, we have, when you execute somebody, there's all kinds of things. Oh, it's got to be done this way so they don't suffer and everything. Back in that day, those Romans, they didn't care. They were doing it the cruelest way they knew how. So he did. But the whole point of this is not to just tell you about crucifixion, but Jesus did this for me, and he did it for you. Okay, so that's the point of the whole thing. He was crucified in my place. He died for my sins, and he could have come down from that cross at any time. Those people were mocking him, saying, "Hey, come down from the cross." Well, if he came down from the cross, he would ruin his salvation for us. Then my salvation wouldn't exist. But he stayed up there on that cross and died for our sins, and did that in my place. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our journey through the book of Matthew. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.